All right, what's going on, guys? Today we are finally coding the M3. I decided to work with a company called Carly for BMW. They have a bunch of different compatibilities that you can use for Audi, Mercedes, Toyota, a bunch of different cars. But essentially all you have to do is buy this little dongle that goes into your OBD2 port and then buy the app, and then you're good to go. They have an annual subscription. I think it's about 60 bucks per year, and that includes buying this thing and then you get the app. So I know 60 bucks might seem like kind of steep at first, but if you have, you know, a friend's car or you have more than one BMW or something like that, I would say, you know, that's cut that in half and it's already half price pretty much. So definitely check it out. My first impression was it was a little bit pricey at first, but you get to sort of tweak all of the things about the car that may kind of get on your nerves or something like that. And like the first thing that I think about is the navigation disclaimer that comes up every time I turn on the M3. It's kind of annoying. And the bings and the bongs we're going to change around, and also the angel eyes. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. Obviously, the first step is to plug this thing into your OBD2 port. Once you have that plugged in, you can just click this one. You should not have to start the car. So the first thing you have to do is connect the Wi-Fi to the Carly adapter right there. All right, and then you download the Carly app and you go to it and you pick your car. So of course I was playing around. I had the E39 in earlier. That'll be a separate video, but we're going to go to the M model, and this is an 11. So you just put your car in there. And then you will go to connect, and it will use Wi-Fi signal. Connect the car to your phone. Successful. So you click go, and we're going to go to coding. You can also do a bunch of different things. We're not really going to get into it today. You can go to the service intervals. You can look at all kinds of stuff. The battery reset, which could hopefully, if you get a new battery, you can just put it in and you don't have to go to the dealer. So a bunch of things like that, but we're just going to go into the coding today because we're just going to code the car. So continue to coding, and then check coding possibilities, which pretty much tells you your year, your make and model and all that stuff. It generates the options for you. All right. So it splits it up into different areas. First one is like locking, comfort features, then you have heating, engine, dashboard, lights and mirrors, and then, you know, a bunch of different things, windshield wipers. You know what, let's go into this iDrive because that is one of the ones that I definitely want to adjust. So read out. So it creates a backup for you. All right, so legal disclaimers default on obviously, so we're going to turn that off. Camera disclaimer, which I don't have a backup camera. I assume that's for the backup camera, but we're going to say not active. Night vision, we're also going to say not active. And then video in motion, I also assume is not relevant here. Address book menu, so these are different things. Daytime running lights, obviously you can change it within the car, but we're definitely just going to code out the disclaimers for sure. And then this is pretty much telling you to either have the car on hooked up to a trickle, but we're only going to be in this car for a couple of minutes. Just agree to the terms, of course, we read them all, and then it'll code it out. I just noticed that the oops. I just noticed that this little screen, it's actually not flickering in real life, but after I went through it, it said it was successful. Okay, come on. And we're good to go. So actually, we're not going to restart the car yet, but let's go back to coding. I'm going to play around just for a couple of minutes here so you guys can kind of understand other options that you can pick. You know what, let's just go to locking and comfort. Comfort folding side view mirrors. Normally, I actually have the manual mirrors and the manual seats. So if I had the electronic, you could actually, when you lock the car, the mirrors would fold automatically. These are deactivate comfort access. Power windows after ignition off. So pretty much when you turn the car off, you have 1 minute to open and close the windows before they have no power. Honestly, I'm gonna up this to 5 minutes because, you know, sometimes you're playing around or whatever and you don't feel like having to turn the car back on. You know, even right now I'm doing a video inside the car and we're just sitting for a few minutes. So 5 minutes, there really shouldn't be an issue. So the threshold for speed, so we're gonna put this at 15 miles an hour to lock the doors. When you go 15, obviously you can program each key. Interior lights with remote, panic, unlock rear window, don't have one of those. Arm, anti-arm with locks and remote, you can always adjust that to remote only, but that seems silly, so we're just going to code it right now. Alright, coding was successful. Please turn ignition on and off again. Please do not update the car software, even if update notifications appear in the coding. Alright, so let's turn this off. Car's off, click OK. And then let's turn it back on again. And obviously you can see the disclaimer does not pop up. So that thing, the code we did earlier worked. So the very last thing I'm going to show you guys is, where's the lights? Light and front mirrors. I wonder if that's what we want. So these are all different, you know, seatbelt handover things, flash to pass, don't have front fog lights, interior lighting on after 2 minutes, that's fine. One touch turn signal function. So right now if you hit the turn signal once, it flashes 3 times just as like a convenience thing, so you don't have to hold it down. So let's leave that on 3. You know, you can always change it based on the key, which is kind of cool. Cornering lights, so obviously we want to leave those on. Cornering lights, reverse gear. I would think, yeah, we would definitely want those on. I thought they were already on, but cornering lights by default is very high, which is perfect. Brake force display. So this is the thing that people see behind you, I assume. Blinking speed is fast. So brake force display, inner brake lights. These inner emergency lights will flash when you are braking, like more than 50%, I think, which is helping to get someone's attention. Brake force display tail lights. No, I think what we have there is fine. Daytime running lights. So daytime running lights, front turn signals. Sometimes people like to turn on the ambers just to have them on. Daytime running lights, angel eyes are obviously on. Angel eye brightness, daytime running lights. So right now it's rather high, and then you can change it to very high. So you know what? Let me change this to very high. So here's a bunch of things that say turn signal, rear voltage. So the car checks the voltage when you start it to see if one of the lights had burnt out. But if you put an LED in one of your bulbs that normally doesn't have an LED, it'll throw you a code. Like in my M5, the fog lights are LEDs, so the car throws a code. So one of these things you can turn off for the car to not check it, which means it won't throw a code anymore. But I don't have any LEDs where there normally aren't LEDs. Follow me home lights duration. We're going to change that to 90 seconds. Just because I like it to stay on for a little bit. So I hope, I'm not sure what key is what, but we're just going to change them all to 90. Welcome lights on. Alright, so that's it. Code now. Code anyways. Yes, yes.
Alright, so that's going to do it for the Carly app for BMW. I'm going to be doing a separate video on the M5. I have a few things I want to code in or code out as well. But that's going to do it. It's really simple. It's really easy. As I mentioned, there's a link in the description, a referral link. So if you are interested in getting the Carly app, definitely click on that link and go to their site, download the app, and then they'll send you the little adapter and you'll be able to use it. So you can definitely use it. If you get the BMW one, you can use it on more than one BMW. The M5 is a 2003, so I wasn't sure
you know, what options I even had on a car like that versus a newer car that has a lot more electronic going on. But it gives you literally a drop-down list of all the things that you can do for your typical car, which is really cool. And if you don't have a BMW, you can definitely do it. It has a list of all the manufacturers as well. It's extremely easy. Like, normally I film the video after I've sort of learned about this and done some research, but I really didn't have to spend very much time doing that because it's, to be honest with you guys, very simple. So once again, you know, thank you guys so much for watching. If I did miss anything, definitely comment below, but very straightforward, very easy. And I'd appreciate you if you are interested, definitely use my link. It does give me some credit for, you know, filming the video and working with the company Carly for BMW. So it's much appreciated, guys. Hit up the comment section, like the video if this was helpful to you. I'll see you guys next time.